Okay.
Oh, you don't have your headphones on. When you did that, it went. It made a funny sound.
All right. You can't hear me.
I
Hello.
told you I couldn't hear you.
Got it.
You have to hold it cool, like me.
Whoa.
What?
That was really loud in my face, in my ears.
Me?
No,
Oh.
that's you. All right. I'll sit up front for you guys.
You don't have to. Sit back.
Yes. I look like the shadow man. Just creeping in the background.
You're fine.
I'm like that weirdo at the party that just sits on the couch while everybody else does drugs.
You're the weirdo at the party. You can sit there if you want to.
No. No.
Okay.
I want people to see my muscles.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Hmm.
Don't you blow that in my face.
By the way, oh, I'm sorry. That got intense.
You did.
Josh and Corey. I did say if she was ever going to do this, like in her life, so I'm like, what about when you're like 50 or 60? Like, why not? Like, fuck it, smoke some weed. But I was like, if you ever do that, it has to be with Josh and Corey, or it's just, they would yell, they would fucking hate me.
Yeah,
So,
my brother for sure.
yeah, definitely. It has yet to happen.
I know. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Day 6.
Oh.
Kids went back to school today. It is a good sound.
Yes.
It's a very good sound.
Yes, kids went back to school. So thank God for that.
That was a long 2 weeks.
Fuck. It just dragged. It
It
just didn't stop.
The last week.
Because, usually they are back to school.
Like on the 2nd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
immediately.
They are.
And this time,
But that's because they're out much
Yeah.
earlier.
But we were so used to them going back to school so early.
Yeah.
That, after New Year's Eve came and gone, we were like, fuck.
I know.
They're still here.
I still have a week.
What's happening?
I know.
We couldn't do anything.
We really couldn't.
There was 4 kids in here. They all wanted to do shit. It was all like,
They all
go to
wanted
the
your
mall.
attention.
We went to 3 different malls. The only 3 malls we have. We
Yeah.
went to all of them.
They loved it though.
Yeah, they did. It was fun. I had fun. I took the boys to the movies. We
Yeah.
went and saw Nosferatu, like some vampire movie. And it sucked. I wouldn't recommend it. I love horror movies.
Yeah.
I love fucking vampires. Real vampires, not the glimmery, shiny fucking Edward ones. Real vampires. And this was a real vampire movie.
Mhm.
It's just, it was like old fashioned.
Okay.
Like the vampire crept through like this.
Okay.
It was very slow going.
Yeah, you guys did not talk about it much at all. Like the boys literally, they were more excited about the popcorn.
Well, and the boobs that they got to see.
Oh,
they were
did.
like boobs. They were boobies.
But they didn't talk about the movie at all. Like
Mm-mm.
it must have not been that great for them to not talk about it.
I tried. I did. I was like, we could go to this movie, this movie, this movie. I named off like 7 other ones. And
I know.
they just kept saying that one, that one, that one.
I know. I was really hoping for like Sonic 3. Just because.
When we got there, even when we were buying the tickets, I was like, are you sure? Like, we can go see this.
Right.
We can go to this one. We can
Yeah.
come back in 45 minutes.
Right.
Nope. I was like, all right, then.
All right. Good effort.
I
Another time.
I knew they weren't going to like it.
Yeah. Another time.
Yeah.
Well, you said Captain America's coming out, right?
Yes, February.
Maybe they'll want to see that.
They pointed it out. They were like, ooh, look at that.
Okay.
And I was like, it's
Those
got Red
movies-
Hulk.
Yeah, those movies are way better in theater anyway. No.
I'm sad we missed Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters.
I
Because that
know.
movie was fucking awesome.
No. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
What else? Besides kids being back. We had a good Christmas.
Yes, or you need to speak a little bit closer.
Shut up.
Yeah, Christmas was good.
Christmas was good.
We didn't go crazy this year.
No, but it was so good. It was so much better. The boys, I mean, like we've said a couple times, was their best stocking yet ever,
Yep.
which was so
Really good.
easy, filled with candy and gift cards.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Candy and gift cards. That's it.
That's it. And then the presents, it was mostly clothes.
A lot of it was close, but they got their one big present and a couple
little things.
Yeah, a couple small things. Jack's got a couple of things that he really wanted.
Yep.
And Gavin, the one big thing that he really one of the one big things that he wanted. But it was so nice to not. I mean, I'm not cleaning up broken toys.
Right. It's so nice.
It's so nice. A bunch of garbage.
Yeah. And I always thought, like, man, they're just going to want toys and play with them. Mm. That's what I think, every year. I'm like, God, this feels so lame. Just a bunch of clothes in this big box. But they even were like, this is the best one ever.
Yeah.
So.
It was so nice. So. I mean, Evelyn just wants to open presents and see what it is. She could care less what's in it, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't give a shit.
No, she just wants to open presents. Mm-hmm. And Scarlett wants to open everybody else's presents.
I know. We need to remember that. Just buy Evelyn a bunch of little shit.
Well, no, because then we just waste our money because she just throws it away. Yeah.
Or wrap everything. All of it. Put it all in boxes. So she has like 70 boxes and everybody else has 5. So she can just sit there tearing them apart. We'll put like $1 in each one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
$1 to her is $100.
$100.
Let's see. And your dad was here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad. Only one problem. Literally the night was that the night he got here?
Yep. It was. That sounded cool.
Okay. The night he got here.
Yeah, the night he got here, and it was so stupid.
Now.
Well, like, yeah, it was. We were just like bullshitting, conversing.
Well, he was.
Yeah, that's right. He bought this fucking ring.
Yeah.
Or was that later on?
No, that started it. That started it. The thing is that when I say that he was conversing, I mean you didn't get much time to talk.
Yeah.
Because that's how he is.
He talks over you, interrupts you, all that shit constantly. It's like a fucking. If I say, I'm like 3 words into a sentence, and he's like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, and it's not even like, when women do it, it's because we're really excited. We're not trying to be rude.
Yeah.
We're just excited and we don't want to forget what we're going to say. That's why we do it. But your dad, his view is the only view. His thought is the only thought that matters. Nobody else matters. It's literally the world revolves around him.
Yes.
That's why it's annoying. And
it's extra annoying because he's wrong.
Yes.
Like, factually, logically, scientifically wrong.
Yeah.
And he won't, like, that was the whole argument. I was like, well, actually, there's loads of evidence that have been gathered for centuries that disprove what you just said. And he was just like, no, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, what about, like, if you put it in this, like, I was trying to be nice, like, put it in this perspective, like, say, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, I'm like, okay. And then it was, like, all about religion, the Bible, and fucking, I don't even know. Yeah. And it was stupid. And then I was just trying to explain to him that God didn't write the Bible, that men wrote the Bible. I'm like,
yeah.
And he's like, they're prophets. And I was like, okay, but they're still men. And, like, men are corrupt. So the Bible was written by corrupt people.
Yeah, he wouldn't accept that they were men. It's not. They weren't written by animals. That's what you were trying to get your point across.
Well, I was just trying to tell him that the Bible was written by imperfect beings.
Yeah. In
an imperfect time, and throughout history, it's been changed and rewritten, especially by Constantine, the Emperor of Rome.
Yeah.
And the translations have gotten skewed. Words have been taken out. Stories and books have been removed or added. And the Bible that we read currently today is not the actual words of the prophets, as he puts it, that actually put it together.
Yeah.
Or wrote them in the times that they wrote them.
Yeah.
We ended up putting it together. But, and he just was like, nope, prophets of the Lord and the Lord. And I was like, I understand. But then I even told him, I was like, let's just say you're 100% right.
Yeah.
These are prophets of the Lord, and they are like saints, and their word is gold. It doesn't change the fact that like the Bible has been rewritten like 70 some odd times.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, and then he blew up on me, and so this is what I was trying to convey to him, but he was cutting me off before I could explain anything or go into any detail or bring up any evidence. And so by the end, by like the 30th time of being cut off and yelled at, I fucking yelled. And I stood up and I started shouting. And I was hitting shit and fucking stormed off. And,
Yeah, you did.
And I was like, whew, that one was a close one.
I was texting my sister and I was like, why the hell are you here?
Yep.
I can't do this alone.
That was a bad one.
Yeah, the boys were like, what's happening?
Yeah, it was bad.
And not because of what you guys were talking about, it's just because he wouldn't let you talk. And that's, you said that like 100 times. You're like, just let me freaking talk.
Right?
You won't let me talk. It's disrespectful.
Yes, it is. And then he made it, he was just like the next day or later on that day, he was like, look, I'm sorry, I just want what's best. And I looked at him and I was like, well, sometimes what's best isn't necessarily what you believe.
Yeah.
And then that was the end of it.
Yeah. What did he say? He said something, didn't he? Because he was walking away.
No, I don't know. I didn't hear what he said.
Oh. I thought he said something else.
After a while, I got no more hearing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Zone you out for a little while so we don't fight.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But
then he left.
Yeah.
That was fine. Christmas came, he left.
Yeah. And we had no fucking snow.
No.
Still no snow.
Right. It snowed 2 days ago? It snowed 2 days ago?
Yeah, something like that. 2 days ago, one away.
We woke up to snow. I don't even know how much. There was enough out there for the kids to go out and make a snowman. They made a snowman, a tiny one.
Yeah.
And then it's still there, but everything else is green.
Yeah, it's bad.
Pretty lame.
Stupid.
Pretty lame. I haven't even
no money.
No, I know.
On that, anyways.
Yeah.
Other things, but
no plow jobs.
No, except for you.
Okay. What else? What did you want to talk about?
Actually, today I wanted to.
Friday, there's snow. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
How much?
It doesn't say. It's too far away to tell.
No, then it's going to be right. Yeah, I wanted to talk today. Like, I wanted to focus on relationships.
Okay.
Between couples, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Couples relationships, because you were asking.
Yeah.
You
did ask.
And then we got this lady over here just scrolling away.
I'm not scrolling.
Okay.
I'm not scrolling.
You were for a second.
No, I didn't. That's just what popped up. I was waiting for my thing to load, my button. Okay.
Free shot for the. Did you like that? That's going to be fun in the video. We're like.
Shut up. Okay.
We froze for the picture.
We did.
I hope you all enjoyed that. That's what you all look like when you're taking selfies at the park. Or in your bathroom by the mirror. I don't know. I do that too.
You do. You do it more than I do.
I do. I'm like fucking. Bam! Look at this shit.
Okay, go ahead. You start, and I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
You talk, and I will follow.
Okay, so I don't even know how to start it off, but
what was the message to me?
I don't know. Oh no, that's like something I have to like segue into.
Okay.
Segue. What a weird word.
Okay.
Anyways, so I wanted to like talk about. I don't even know what brought it up in my head. I don't know. A lot of times, I think of us and like how awesome of a relationship we have.
Mm-hmm.
and how I don't understand how it's a rare thing. Like
Yeah.
I literally can't comprehend it. Like I didn't understand that like our relationship with each other was such a rarity until I talked to my mom,
Hmm.
and I was just
What did
like,
she say?
because
Like,
I can't remember what was happening. Like she was talking about like Amber and her relationships and her relationships, stuff like that. I don't even know how we got into that conversation.
mm,
And then I was just like, well, here's how me and Tara do it. Me and Tara, me and Tara, me and Tara, me and Tara. Like this is what I feel is a healthy thing. And then she was just like, yeah, that's not how normal people are.
like, are we dad?
No, no, like we're just
Oh.
like normal people just don't share their finances, don't
Oh.
tell each other things, like don't communicate.
I
They,
do hear the communicate a lot.
yeah, and that's the craziest thing to me is married individuals not sharing a bank account. That's fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
At least one, like have your separate ones, whatever, that's fine, but not one. Like
Yeah.
that's your money, this is my money. That's like that's your side of the couch, this is my side of the couch.
Right.
That's your side of the room, this is my side of the room.
Yeah. You might as well write your name
These are
on your
my
food.
dishes, those are your dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're just dividing yourself
Yeah.
up like
Yeah.
that. Like it doesn't make sense to me. And even if like they're both bad with money, then get somebody to help you. If one is better with money than the other, that's the person that runs the bank account.
Yeah.
Like I don't fucking get it. Like you're married. When you marry somebody, it's not just, this promise to each other, or this oath under God, or a fucking tax break from the government, whatever it is that people use it for or think it is. Marriage is like the ultimate binding of two entities into one. Like it would be like the merging of two companies. Like now
Mm.
they're a different company. Now they go by a different name
Yeah.
or even the same name, but it's ran by, it's the merging of two people together into one entity.
Yeah.
That is everything. Your
Yeah.
debt, your bank account,
Hmm.
your fucking problems, your fears, your loves, your
Your home.
your everything.
Yeah.
And then it's no longer yours, it's ours.
Yeah.
It's no longer mine, it's ours.
I do say my bedroom sometimes.
Oh yeah, same. And that's fine. But like, and I do too. Like my bed,
Let's go put that on my
my
bed.
closet.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying though. I'm just
but
teasing.
but yeah, it's like
The
it's just I don't know. Like
go ahead.
if you're not gonna be able to commit yourself into being one with somebody else, then don't fucking get married because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like you're binding yourself to this person, and now you two are a different person.
Yeah.
And you are one person together. And if you're not willing to become one and merge together,
Hmm.
then don't fucking get married. It's not for you. You have no right. Like not no right, but you have like no maturity
Okay.
to get married.
Mhm.
You're not mature enough. If you can't understand that and you can't respect that and you can't be okay with that,
Yeah.
you're not mature enough to take that step.
Okay.
Like that's what I feel.
Yeah. I know that the bank account thing really bugs you
Yeah.
because I know it really bugs you, and it's one thing that it doesn't bug me as much as it bugs you, but I completely understand what you're saying, and like you said, at least one.
Yeah.
Like I've heard Steve Harvey say it. Like you have one, and that one bank account is what pays your bills.
Yeah.
Basically your groceries, like that kind of stuff, and then like she has her account, for extra fun spending money.
Yep.
And then he has the same. And
Yeah.
that I get. That I totally get. And
Yeah.
maybe when we're there financially, we can do something like that. But I don't see the point.
There is no point.
My money is your money.
Yep.
I've always said that, even back in the day, back in the first 15 years of our marriage.
When you were the sugar mama.
Yeah, when I made more than you. And you'd always ask me, can I buy this? Absolutely. My money is your money. I work hard for the both of us.
Yes. And I
And
feel the
vice
same.
versa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that just I guess that kind of brings me into how also that reflects on how much you appreciate, care for, and trust each other.
Yeah.
If
And
you're not,
communication too. Like,
if you're not willing to be intimate enough with your partner, so much so that you're willing to give that person all of your money
mm,
and vice versa, and share that money and share that wealth amongst each other,
yeah.
then how are you able to tell that person that you love them ultimately?
Yeah.
You can't. If your money is more important to you than the security of your relationship.
Yeah.
So you cherish money. Money is your God. Money is your husband or wife. Money is your king and your ultimate deciding factor in everything you do. That's what that message sends out.
Mm,
What it should be is you. This is how I feel. Like
mm,
you are my everything. You are my queen. You are my goddess. You are my ultimate deciding factor. You determine everything that I do in my life.
mm.
Like, you don't tell me what to do. I just, when I think about
But I
things,
do.
she does. But when I'm thinking about shit, I'm not thinking about me, money. I need this, I need that. I'm thinking about, I need to work harder so I can build us our dream home. I need to
Yeah.
work harder so I can get us to our farm.
Yeah.
I need to work harder. I need to make more. I need to give more. I need to do more
Yeah.
so that we, us, together, you.
Can have more.
Yeah.
And be more. Can I pause real quick? I love how long your hair is. I keep looking at it.
I'm growing it out.
Yeah.
I'm doing the man.
I like I like the way it looks under your hat. Anyway.
I think I can pull it off now that I'm not 128 pounds.
That's fair.
Before, big old beard and a bunch of hair, 128 pounds of bone. And now I'm fucking big, muscular. I am do the beard. Try the long hair again.
I like it with long hair. Another thing that I know the like bank accounts for you, but the communication for me is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something I came into having.
Yeah.
And so over these last 17 years, it has been something that I've grown to do. But I've heard from quite a few people that they admire the way we communicate.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, when I met you, I did not communicate.
No.
I was one. If we were starting to argue, I would shut down and be like, I don't want to talk about this right now. Like, and sometimes it still happens that way. And it's not because like, I don't want to talk to you about it like ever. It's just like, I need a moment to process, to cool down, because I'm not going to come at you and attack you. It's more like that now. It's like, give me a minute. We'll come back to this. Whereas before it was like, I want to talk about this. And then I think maybe he'll forget about it and we'll just move on. We don't have to talk about it at all.
And sometimes that did occur and it was worse later.
Yes. And I mean, I hate confrontation, but I have learned to not be afraid of confrontation with you.
Yeah.
I still hate it with other people, but I don't mind it with you because
you win.
Well, not
No,
because
not
I
you,
win.
I win.
There are days. I mean, it's funny because you have told me for a very long time, like, don't bottle that shit up. You need to just speak it. And you're the one that does the bottling up and doesn't speak it. And I know, like, right before, like, I watch you build it up. I'm like, okay, this fucker. That's fine. We don't talk about it. But I know days prior before you're about to blow up. And I'm like, we're going to stop this right now. And you're going to talk about it. And I'll corner you. And you're like, and you just laugh because you know I'm right.
Yeah.
Like one of the last times you were in the bathroom and I walked in, I was like, all right, we're either going to talk about this or we're going to have some serious problems. And you just started laughing. I was like, so you're going to tell me what's going on. Because it was ridiculous. You were storming around here like a big baby.
Oh, man. You do it too.
I do.
You did it. Yes, you did it last night.
I did.
I stormed off away from you. I was like, fuck this lady and her crazy energy tension crap. I'm out of here. I went and laid in the bedroom. And then, like, 5 minutes later, she opens up the door all aggressively. And she's like, so why'd you storm out all aggressively? And I was like, because of your
My face.
behavior.
I
Like,
was-
holy, your like agitation level was crazy high. And I was like, I can't be around this right now.
Sorry. I said,
She was
I
trying to
said-
get like 7 things done at once, and all the
I-
kids were in her face, and it was chaos. And I was like, all right, I'm out of here.
he just leaves.
I took the baby.
You took the original
Yeah.
issue.
But like, yeah, communication, that was huge for me. In the beginning, that first couple years was really rough. We got into a lot of arguments, but that's what normal relationships are.
You're building.
If you're not able to argue and work through those arguments, then you're not ready for commitment.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna argue, you're gonna fight, you're gonna have differences. There's gonna be things that get brought up,
Yeah.
and if you're not willing to work through those things and come out of them better on the other side, then don't be in a fucking relationship, because that's what it's all about. It's
Yeah.
all about building together, working through things together, being strong together, united.
Yeah.
And so it was like that for our first couple of years, but definitely got way better. And now I've matured enough to where I'm not like chasing you around, like talk to me, talk to me, talk to me,
Yeah.
because that's how it used to be.
Yes.
Now I'm like,
Literally.
now I'm like, okay, you walk away, I walk away, whatever. And a lot of times, unless it's super like personal, or I feel like the fucking burning desire to be
Yeah.
like, no, this is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
A lot of times I just go quiet.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I'm done talking. I just don't talk. I just go quiet. Let her do her thing. I don't say a fucking thing. Both of us calm down. We'll talk to each other later.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
we revisit.
Yeah, and
When
it's never like, when I talk about like let us calm down, it's not like we're mad at each other or hating
Or
on each other,
screaming.
like anything. It's just
No.
like,
We know there's an issue.
oh, okay, things got really crazy there. Let's just stop. Talk about this later.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
And when you do that,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, a lot of times it's because we are trying to have a conversation or even like a healthy debate about something,
Yeah.
and the kids come.
Mommy,
yes,
mommy,
they come
hey,
running in,
blah,
and
blah,
all
blah.
of a sudden it's super loud, and we start to get frustrated at the situation, not at each other,
Hmm.
and we're like, okay, we'll
Yeah.
talk about it later when we can, when there's not a child in our face screaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way you breathe, I was like, that made me think like I'm going to say this now. We do not argue much. We do not snap at each other. I mean, it maybe happens once, twice a year.
Yeah.
If that,
That's what I was just going to cut you off and say. Like, it is a
you're going to cut me off?
That's right. The man is speaking now, and you know your place.
Okay.
Try to drink that drink. So, yeah, I was just going to say that. Like, it is a rarity if we argue at each other to the point where we're like raising our voices and yelling or anything like that at an issue between each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. Like I said, the way you were breathing, I was like, it's not that we're arguing. Like when we talk about our problems, we're usually just trying to talk, even about our day.
Yeah.
And you might tell me a frustration, and that you relive your frustration. You're being frustrated, and then the kids come in, and it's like super like overwhelming and like super overstimulating, and then we feed off of each other, and we're like, stop.
Mhm.
Okay, you know what? We'll talk about this later.
Yep.
That's kind of how that goes.
100%.
But yeah, I'm like, we don't argue
No.
hardly at all, ever. Like,
Well, in 17 years, for a backstory real quick, when we first got together, we both were madly in love with each other, like immediately. We didn't say it, we didn't talk about it, whatever. We grew and we dated, and she told me she loved me, and I told her I loved her, and it grew into us. Like, we were talking about marriage and kids before we even got engaged,
mhm.
and our future together. And like, we have literally been living together and around each other and breathing each other and living each other for 17 years.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a, oh, I'll come pick you up tomorrow. No, we were always together,
Mhm.
always talking
Mhm.
and it's been like that for 17 years. Like
Yeah.
I hate being away from you. I don't
Mhm.
like it when you're out of the house. I don't like it when you leave. I don't like when I'm not near you.
Mhm.
And it's not because I want control. I don't care what she does. I don't like if she's going to the nails. I just want to be there to talk to her.
Yeah.
Like I just want to talk to you. I want to be around you. I want to touch you, see you.
Yeah.
Like I'm just obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Like I'm all about you, and
Yeah.
you told me you feel the same about me.
Yeah.
And through that connection and that bond, it's like we're like the same person. Like we literally say things like we'll be sitting there in the car talking or not talking, and I'll say something, she'll go, "I was just about to say that,"
Mhm.
or she'll be talking, and I'll say something, and we're both saying that at the same time.
Mhm.
And it's not like oh haha that happens. We all do that. No, this happens
Daily.
all the time, like every day, all the fucking time, all day long.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, hey, let's go to the store. And she's like, I was just about to get ready to go to the store. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're always on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Always. We know when each other are off. We know when we're not feeling good. We know when there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and so that's
Our energy is.
we're connected.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it. I feel like we're soulmates. Like the universe put us together.
Yes.
So in that, communication isn't the arguing isn't there because we already know. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, there's nothing to argue about. We know each other.
It's like you're really good at this. I am not. I am not good at thinking 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. It's just not something I practice. It's not something I do, but it's something you do on a daily basis. You think 20 steps ahead of everybody else, but I can do that with you.
Yeah.
That's it. I can do it with you, and I can do it with my kids. Like I know, like if I'm gonna go to the store, I'm like, okay, if I buy him this, or if I buy him that, he'll say something like this, or something stupid like that. But I'm like, or if I go grab the screwdriver, he's gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? And take it from me and go do whatever I was gonna go try and do. But I'm like, I know what you're gonna do, so
Yeah.
I can't do that with other people though. I'm not good at it.
The screwdriver thing.
Why?
So she does this thing where she'll be like asking me to get a project done. And she's like asked it of me for like 2 weeks. And then I'll just be sitting here. It's the weekend. I'm relaxing, chilling, like playing a video game. And she's like getting all of her clothes on and getting her boots on. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? She's like, I'm going to go do the blah, 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 whatever it was that she was asking me to do. Knowing full well that she doesn't have to do a goddamn thing. She's putting on a show for me so that I will get up and finally do the thing that she was asking me to do.
All women do this.
And she does this thing where she's like in the kitchen and she'll be like, oh, hey, Scarlett. Well, I better get a shower ready for you. Knowing that I'm going to hear that and just be like, fuck, okay. And I'll go in and I'll start the shower.
You do it too. You don't just bitch it on me. You fucking do it too. Especially the Scarlet shower thing.
Yeah.
We do that because I don't want to go in there and hold a baby full of spaghetti while the water warms up.
Right.
I'd rather you hear me and go, oh, so I better start that. Oh, yeah, she just start the shower.
Yeah. But the project thing cracks me up every time. I'm like, whatever, woman.
All
Take your fucking shoes off. You ain't doing nothing.
all women do it.
Yeah.
But if you laugh,
Mhm.
that wouldn't happen if you just did it the first time you asked.
See, yeah,
Hmm.
you're right. There are some times where I'm like, I'm planning to do it. I just
Yeah.
don't want to get to that point yet.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of different things that happen. I'm like, okay, I'll do that after I do this, after I do that,
Yeah.
after that. But then I just don't start the very first one.
Yeah.
So it never like dominoes into the one you asked me.
Yeah. There are things that I am 100% like, hey, when you have a moment, can you do this for me? It's not a priority. I don't care if it's done right now or next week, but can you please? I'm saying it out loud so you can put it in the back of your mind so you hear it, so you can do it at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not always like, do it. It's more like,
And-
I'm saying this out loud.
let me say it. Let me start this off real quick. Let me just say this. So the whole do it thing. She's never naggy, never like that because I'm not a lazy piece of shit. Like I'm always doing something, and when I'm not, I'm just relaxing for a few.
I don't care.
And she doesn't care because I'm never like, you do the dishes, bitch. You're the fucking vacuum lady. You're the freaking blah blah blah. Like the bathroom is your job. Like
Yeah.
it's never like that.
Yeah.
We help each other out constantly. If you're not doing something, I'm doing something, or we're both doing something, or
Yeah.
I'm working on something while you're cleaning the house, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're always doing something. We're always taking care of each other in the house and the kids, everything together.
Yeah.
And so it's never like you have to nag me to do something. But there's just certain things like cleaning out the chicken coop that you need help with, or I end up taking over and just doing.
Yeah, you did. I was ready. I was ready to do it myself. Like
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to do it. I was
Yeah.
just like, I need to go to the store and get the stuff.
There are certain
I
things
need
where I'm
your
like,
money.
I'm looking at, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna let you fucking do that. That's a gross man job that you don't need any part of.
Well, that one was really bad, and I do appreciate you taking care of the
Yeah.
coop yesterday. But like in the summertime,
Yeah.
like normally, I should say normally, I don't mind doing it. Those are those are my
Those are your
chickens.
chickens.
Those are my chickens, so I will take care of the coop. I don't care. And the dogs, those are our dogs.
Yep.
I don't mind picking up dog poop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put that on my children. They didn't ask for the dogs.
No.
I'm just, there are people out there that are like, nope, that's the kids' chore. Nope, that's the kids' chore. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Every kid has their own chores, and that's
Mhm.
fine. But I'm not like when I get a farm. If the
Yeah.
kids are like, no, I want to go. Like I'm not getting a horse. I'm saying this now. I am not getting horses.
Okay.
Donkeys are a different story. I
Yes.
am not getting horses.
No horses, copy.
But cows and pigs and chickens and goats and stuff. And then if the kids are like, no, I want this, that's going to be a lot of responsibility for just two of us to do.
Mhm.
They will have to help with farm chores,
Absolutely.
100%. But these dogs that we have now are dogs that one of them we got before we even had kids.
Yeah.
That's not their responsibility.
That's my dog.
And the other two we got for each other and the kids, but it's not something that they begged for years. They didn't
Mhm.
beg. Now, if it's something like our kids really want fish and hamsters and shit,
Mhm.
if that's something that they end up getting, they will be responsible for cleaning it and they
Okay.
will be responsible for feeding them, not me.
I mean, we'll obviously keep up on the schedule so they don't kill them.
No, I know. I'm
But
not
we will
saying
have them.
yes,
Yeah.
but I'm
100%.
like, I don't make my kids pick up dog poop because those are dogs that I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted those dogs.
Yeah.
Those are my responsibility. I pay for it. I pay for the food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not that my kids are going to pay for hamster food, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
get it. 100%.
now, I do tell them if they want to earn extra money, they can help me do that.
Mhm.
Like bigger money,
Yeah.
instead of just doing the dishes or switching laundry or whatever, like
Yeah.
your weekly things. But if you want to earn more,
Mm-hmm.
you can help me do the dirty jobs like cleaning the chicken coop. Gavin helped me once.
Yeah.
Jackson helped me. He, poor soul, tried to help me pick up dog poop, but the poor kid just gagged the whole time. He couldn't do it. He was 5 minutes and he's like, Mom, I can't do this anymore. I went, I'll give you money for effort, buddy, because that was a good try. Like, he tried, poor guy. But those bigger tasks,
Yeah.
I will give them extra money.
Yeah.
But
I get that. 100% I'm
I
with
don't
you on
know
that.
why that was a tangent,
Yeah.
but
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
Dog poop. It's a big thing.
Especially, I'll never own 3 dogs again.
No. No. And yeah, it's terrible. Lots of poop. We have a big yard, and it's lots of poop. Anyway, enough about pooping dogs and
No.
shit.
What are we talking about?
Oh, fuck! You took us in a direction that
I'm
went.
so sorry.
I don't even know how we ended up here.
Oh, because of chores. Because you went and took care of the chicken coop.
Oh yeah, being a man's job in the
Yeah.
projects. Okay, back on track.
So sorry.
Oh man. But yeah, so projects something that I do. You do too, but I really try to do all of them myself
Yeah.
because that's my responsibility. That's my manhood.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
I'm not gonna go try and change a outlet or a light fixture or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna ask you to do that, but by God, I could try.
Yeah.
I could do it if I wanted
Yeah.
to, but I know that I don't have to,
Mhm.
and I am very spoiled in that way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know that if I need something built,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. I'll build everything.
Yeah. I'll do it all.
Or if I need something fixed or whatever, I know that I can ask you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. And I know, and I'm, what's really great is I know that you're going to do a good job. You're not going to do it half-assed. You're not going to make it look shitty.
Correct. It's for you or for us or for the kids. Like, it's going to be done right.
Even on your normal jobs, babe.
Yeah.
You're going to make it look right.
Yep.
You're not doing half-assed for full pay.
100%. I do full work for half-ass pay.
Yes. Unfortunately.
It's all good.
That's okay.
Still pays our bills. Anyway, but yeah, so when I going back to relationships, communication is a huge thing, but also like when I got married, my best man, who is now dead, rest in peace, uh, he told me the thing that has stayed with me forever,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it's never 50-50
A marriage.
in marriage. It's
Mhm.
100-100.
Yep.
You give 100% of yourself, of everything you are, all your energy, all your everything. Like I was saying earlier, your problems, your fears, your loves, your money, everything. 100% always.
Mhm.
It's never 50% chores on her, 50% on me. It's 100% my chores, 100% her chores. She feels the same way. So when I come home from work, and let me just get this out of the way for all of you assholes who think that stay-at-home moms, like that's their job, that's their duty. That's I'm working my job and she's working her job. So when I come home, she just needs to do her job and take care of me and continue doing her job. Fuck you.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna say. Anybody who believes that, fuck you. Okay? Because check it out. A stay-at-home mom, and I've done the stay-at-home duties before, and it is not fucking easy. Yes, I can time management stuff better in some areas than she can, and she does in some areas more than I can. When it comes to how we clean things or how we pick up things after the kids or do this or do that. Some things like I can organize the kitchen and the dining room while taking care of the kids and cleaning. On her end, she can take care of the kids and the cleaning and the food and her business all at the same time. So she does that better than me, and I do like the organizing, picking up things a little bit better than her when it comes to being stay at home. And it's not so much better; like she gets it done too. We're just able to manage certain things differently. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent.
Nah.
So stay at home moms are like when you're stay at home, dad or mom, it's all day long, no breaks. Especially with us, we have 4 fucking kids. So it is not like, oh, let's just throw some food out there and I'm going to go read a book for 3 hours. It is craziness.
Mm-hmm.
It is every kid wants something all the time. They're always up here. They always need this. They always need that. Something always needs done. There's always a mess to pick up. There's always a diaper to change. Always a baby to feed. Always a mouth that's hungry or thirsty.
Okay.
Somebody that wants a book read. Somebody drew a picture for us and wants to explain it. Somebody wants to talk about the game that they just downloaded.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to show us something that they just built downstairs or in their bedroom. It's never, there's zero break.
Yeah.
It is constant. Well, I'm at work. She's dealing with that, having no adult time, having no quiet time, having no silence. There's always a kid grabbing at her, climbing on her, yelling at her, whatever it is. And then to top all that off, we have 3 dogs who also need attention.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just crazy all the time. She's always being attacked in some way or another. No break. While I'm at work, headphones in, listening to Joe Rogan, fucking drills out, hammering out, whatever, making noise, building shit. I take a 15-minute break. I eat some food. I fucking smoke, whatever it is. I bullshit with my buddy or, whatever it is I'm doing. I can jump in the car, go to the store for a little bit, buy some more shit. Like, there's always alone time. There's always me time. There's always adult time. It's always just my pace, at my energy, at how I want to do it. So I'm basically on vacation
When you're not home.
when I'm not home for like 8 to 10 hours. I might be getting cut and building shit and fucking working and sweating my ass off, but it's like a vacation compared to what she's dealing with. So when I come home, I understand that. And when I come home, here's another thing, women. Women, pay attention to what I'm about to say, okay? You want to have a happy man? When I pull into the driveway, this woman rushes out, greets me, hugs me, and kisses me before I say a thing, before any kids come out. This is me and her time. And she comes and runs into my arms. I give her a hug and a kiss, and I grab her butt, and I grope her up a little bit. And then the kids come out, and it's all daddy, 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 and come inside, and guess what I do? I take off my shit, I go to the bathroom, and then I'm in the bedroom with Evelyn, and she's showing me the cake that she made out of magnets and dancing with me and calling me her prince. And I put on a dress for her and I kiss her and she puts on my makeup. And then I go downstairs and I talk to the boys and I figure out what they're doing. Or they're up here and I talk to them up here. And Scarlett's grabbing at you and I take her away from you so that you can not have her at your feet. And I play with her. And then if you need a break, you go in the back room. And then I'm dealing with the kids while you have your first 15-minute break of the day. And then you come out and we talk about things and me and you converse. And then I help you. I help you dish out food. I help pick up the dishes. I help change the diapers.
Start the shower.
I help start the shower, get the kids ready for bed, and help them get to sleep. And I help take care of things immediately.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And then both of us work together to get to nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And then at nighttime, once the kids are finally asleep, me and you relax together. And we have time together.
Mm-hmm.
And we enjoy our time together. And that's how it should be done.
Yes.
For all of you men out there with stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home moms, that's how it should be done. Because it's 100% all the time. Give your wife a break from the kids when you get home from work, period.
Doesn't have to be long.
And help around the house.
We just need to breathe.
And help. Because
Yes.
the more you help, the more time you two have together at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Or even during the day.
Yeah.
If you help and you guys get the kids all fed and everybody's good and everybody's just chilling, me and her sit at the dinner table and we just talk. Or we just scroll together and show each other funny videos and just breathe for a second.
Yeah.
But it's togetherness. That's what we fight for.
Yeah.
We fight for us being together.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that means. If we have to fucking put in 20 hours of hard work just so me and her can be together, that's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can be together and have that time.
And we
sacred.
Yeah, we cherish that time because we don't have family here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have family
Anywhere close to us.
To to come over and sit with the kids for an hour and a half for me and you to go to dinner.
Yep.
Like we don't have that. So every second that we get, even at dinner time, when we're like, it's just a casual dinner and the kids are like, I want to sit in the living room, and we sit at the table, that 10 minutes that we get at the table by ourselves for a minute, we
cherish.
Yeah, we
yep. It's something that we fight for.
I usually 9 times out of 10 I won't eat dinner until you're home.
Yeah.
I want to eat dinner with you.
Yeah.
That's the only time I get to eat a meal with you, most of the time.
Yeah. And even when we're together and we're making plates, like we will sit down waiting for the other person
Mm-hmm.
before we have the meal together. Like
I won't take a bite until
we
you're sitting down.
We want time together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we cherish and that we strive for.
Even on the weekends, like lunchtime.
Yeah.
When everybody's doing things, I'm like, I'm gonna eat. Are you eating lunch?
Yep.
You gonna eat lunch
Let's
soon?
sit down. Like I'll be playing a video game. She's like, "Hey, are you gonna eat lunch?" I'm like, "Yeah." Even if I'm not hungry, even if I just ate, I will stop what I'm doing and I will come out here and I will enjoy time with my wife because that's what matters the most to me is time with my wife. And like I told my wife this, and some of you may not agree with this, and that's fine. This is just my own opinion. To me, my priorities are my wife, my kids. My wife is first.
You're not alone.
Because I've explained it to you, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna explain it to them. But like, my wife comes first because you come first because I knew you first.
Mhm.
You were my love first. You are my everything first, and we grew together first. And when the kids are gone,
Mhm.
you're still gonna be here.
Mhm.
And if I put them above you, I won't know you anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then they're gonna leave, and then we aren't gonna be compatible.
Yes.
Like, you're first.
Yeah.
The kids come 2nd
Mhm.
always. As long as you're happy.
And he's not saying
I'm
that
not
like
fuck the kids.
yeah, no, he's not saying that.
The kids are my life.
Yes.
I love my kids, and I do everything for them, and take them on dates, and play with them, and roll around in the grass, and jump on beds and shit with them. I
Yeah.
love my kids. But my wife is first, always. Period. End of discussion.
Yeah. But it's and after we talked about that
Yeah.
before, the amount of reels that I've seen
Hmm.
that say that, and I'll
Yeah.
go to the comments and everybody says the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
your kids are gonna leave.
Yeah.
That you guys are gonna be the ones that are together after your kids leave.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's very important.
Yes. Making sure each other are priority number one.
Yeah.
Is very important, and keeping a healthy relationship.
Yeah. And he wasn't kidding. Every day when he comes home, even from the store.
Mhm.
Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying it because I'm mad. He doesn't do it to me, but that's okay. He comes out and helps me get the kids out of the car.
Yep.
That's fine, because that's getting 4 kids, their backpacks and their instruments and all the things out of the car. That's a huge pain in the butt. Because the kids are out of the car before I am.
Yeah.
They're opening the door as I'm pulling into the driveway because they want to see dad, and that's fine. But when I'm home with all the kids and I get a text that says I'm on my way, I'm the only one that knows he's coming. So I will be in the kitchen. Usually I'm making dinner or something. I'm in the kitchen, but I hear him come home. But I know he's only minutes away, so I am always the first one out the door. I try and make sure the dogs are outside so they don't bark and give it away. And I run outside real quick because that is a special moment.
Yep.
For me, because I've been waiting all day. And I'm like, even when it's not a hard day,
Yeah.
even when the kids are great and everything's fine, I feel like I can breathe once you get home.
Yeah.
It's just easier knowing that I have support
Yeah.
when you come home.
Yes.
So it is very important when you hear somebody, your significant other, when they come home, I highly recommend you be the first one out the door and you'll give them a hug and a kiss.
It will change your relationship. I'm telling you. It's amazing.
I haven't always done that.
No. And it's been amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Last year and a half?
Yeah.
Maybe. And I don't know, I just started doing it. I was like, no, he was mine first.
Yep.
Mine first. My daddy first.
That's right.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, and like talking about sharing everything together and fighting things together. All of that. Let me back this up to communication. You will not ever, period, ever have intimate communication with each other or intimate openness or sharing or loving, caring with each other without sex.
That's true.
Period. If you are not attracted and intimate and affectionate and showing your love for each other all day, like I grab you all day, you grab me all day, I kiss on you all day, and you let it happen. We're always sending each other stuff or grabbing at each other, feeling on each other, hugging each other, always holding each other's hands. We're affectionate with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we share our desires with each other openly.
Mm-hmm.
And we have sex a lot. I think there was that chart. Did you send me the chart? There's a chart that showed healthy relationships and shit like that. And it was like, no. There was a chart like that. I saw that somewhere else. But this It was like that fucking meme or that reel. It was like, if you're having sex with your husband, it was for women. It was a woman talking to women. It was like, if you're
Mhm.
having sex with your husband, twice a week, what's the point? Like, because if it's twice a week, she adds it all up. It was 4 weeks
Oh,
in
that's
a
right.
month.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
eight. That's 8 times, or that's 8 times. You're having sex with your husband 8 out of 30 times.
yeah. Yeah.
Like if that was a grade, you'd get an F.
Yeah.
If that was anything, you'd get an F. You'd
That's right.
fail. So why are you getting an F in your relationship?
Yeah.
Have more sex.
Mm-hmm.
I know she gets really taboo. Like,
None your
I don't want to
business.
talk about this, but I'm gonna bring it up because this is what we're talking about. We have sex every day, and if she's not into it that day, she's like way overstimulated, or she's really sore because it's every day. She gets sore sometimes. She's getting all red, but if that happens, she does other.
I
Yeah,
help you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
help
She
you.
puts up her hair. Does the other thing.
Ah.
You get where I'm going. She doesn't want me to say it. She's gonna get all embarrassed.
Only, fine. Yeah. I'm like, people know that we do this. Obviously, we have 4 kids. It's
Yeah.
pretty dang obvious. But I'm like, another part of me is like, it's not none of their business.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. If you're gonna share it, you can share it. It's fine. I was gonna say something. Never mind. Keep going.
So, she'll take care of me no matter what, whether it's us together or her just taking care of me. It happens every single day, and I highly recommend you guys out there doing that in your relationship. It
Don't tell me you don't have time.
right.
That tells me that you're not making it a priority of your relationship.
100%. There is no. I have a headache. I have this. I have that. I'm sore. I'm tired. Don't touch me. I've been touched all day. Fuck all that noise.
Give me a minute. Now, don't
Right?
get. I get that way
Yep.
because I'm like, I am overtouched, overtalked.
Yeah.
Like I don't want any noise.
Yep.
But that's not me saying I'm not gonna do it with you.
Yeah.
It's me saying you need to give me a minute.
Yeah.
I need to calm down, and I'll reconnect with you in a minute.
Yeah. Just for women, they need, especially with kids, moms with kids, like think about it, somebody who's grabbing at you all fucking day. Not sexually,
Oh, I know what I was gonna say.
some
Keep going.
kid grabbing at you all fucking day long, screaming and crying and needing and needing, blah, blah. You're going to need a minute to breathe before you can get into the horniness, and I understand that. But it still happens every day, and I highly recommend that because it not only bonds you mentally.
Yeah.
You're mentally like in your head. And once you start doing that, you feel secure, you feel safe, you feel loved, you feel wanted.
Yeah.
You feel cared about, you feel satisfied, you feel all these different things that only add strength to your relationship and how you feel about that person and your relationship as a whole. So mentally, it's amazing, and there's no downside. Spiritually and chemically, physically and spiritually, I feel are almost similar because it bonds us chemically. We release chemicals.
Yeah.
And women, when you orgasm, men and women, I can't remember what the chemical is called, but you release a chemical compound that is referred to as the bonding compound.
Yeah.
It's what bonds you two together.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you do that, the more it builds up and the more you become connected. So after 17 years of doing that, we are literally chemically bonded. We have the same chemicals in that aspect. And spiritually, I feel like it connects you spiritually as well to that individual. And it just makes things better.
Yeah.
You're having a bad day, fuck each other.
Yeah.
Day's better.
Yeah. There are days where I'm like, don't be dumb and don't touch me. Don't talk to me. Don't say stupid things. Like, I have those days.
You have, and I do get frustrated on those days.
But then lately, for the last couple weeks, I keep trying to, like, when you come up and you, like, grab my butt, and I'm like, ugh. And when you don't, I get more mad.
Yeah, I know.
But there have been I have seen a few things online in comments where, you know, if it's like some reel of a couple who are smooching or, you know, doing whatever, and it's you can tell, I mean, it's special or whatever, but the comments, the amount of comments that I've seen from women that are like, man, I wish I had that with my husband, or I wish my wife looked at me like that, or
Yeah.
I wish my husband would always touch me like this, or, you know, silly
Yeah.
things like that. And I just constantly remind myself, how lucky am I that I have somebody who finds me attractive or who loves me this much. Like, so the last few weeks I've been trying to be more accepting and just letting it go. Because, I mean, I'm very grateful
Yeah.
that I have that.
I am as well. I
Um,
am as well.
when I think about women who don't, I'm like, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
That I feel sorry for women who don't have that.
And men who don't have
And
that.
men, yes.
But men have a lot of control over how that happens. And if you are lazy in your relationship, your woman is going to be lazy in her sexual affection towards you.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're lazy, if you aren't, and like, you could, let's say you do all the building at the house.
There's something about that backwards hat boy.
Let's say you, as a man, do projects around the house. All right, great.
Wear your hat backwards. I'm talking to men. I'm not going to say it right now. I'm just, when you're working, do it.
Yeah.
It's hot.
But like, let's say you do all that, and that does turn women on. But if that's all you do, and you're not emotionally connected or
Mhm.
emotionally working,
Mm-hmm.
that's a relationship, or trying to do everything you can to spend time with your woman instead of the fucking TV or the football game or the sports, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
If that's more important to
Or
you
your video
than
games.
sitting down and having an intimate conversation or just being next to your
Mhm.
your wife's not going to find you attractive.
Yeah.
Even if you could look like me or better than me.
Okay.
What's up? I said that. It'd be hard to be better than me. You're right. You're right.
Oh, wow.
So, but if you're a super sexy, attractive man, women are weird. Like guys,
More complicated.
yeah, guys, like we're like, damn, she's hot as fuck. All right. But for us, like, it's attractiveness first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I see your eyes and your mouth and your smile and all that first, and then that's how I fell in love with you.
Yeah.
Like your eyes and your smile and your red hair. She doesn't think she has red hair, but she has fucking red hair. It all fucking blew me away. And then the rest of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what we see first when we're looking for a mate. It's that first.
So primal.
Women, like, they see that and then, like, ooh, I want to talk to that guy or whatever. But if you have nothing to offer,
Yeah.
women don't want nothing. They might be like, all right, fuck me, but they ain't gonna want to start nothing with you.
Yeah.
Smart women, not hoes. Smart women like you, somebody who's trying to start a relationship, or if you're in that relationship, if you have nothing else to offer, you lose attractiveness.
Yeah.
If you're lazy, that's an ugliness. If you're not emotionally connected, that's an ugliness.
Yeah.
If you aren't spending time with her, that's an ugliness. And those uglinesses build up.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's enough of them, it builds resentment.
Yeah.
And it builds unaffection. There's no more affection there because now you're ugly in all these different ways. And in order to get that affection and that attention and that intimacy, you need to build that relationship with your wife. You need to be emotionally connected, financially connected, spiritually connected. You need to bond with your wife and show her that she is your top priority.
Mm-hmm.
And that, in turn, will let her get rid of all that shit and shed it all and start being more affectionate and attractive and open, and the communication will build, and all these different things will start to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'll be more sex, and there'll be more happiness, and there'll be more fun.
Marriage is hard work.
But it starts with, I believe, firstly, it starts with the man. The man has to make those connections happen.
Yeah.
It's a man's duty to make those fucking connections happen. You have to be the one to fill them. The woman's open. The woman is always open emotionally.
But we always have not
You have-
necessarily. We have to be open to receiving those too.
If you're married,
Yeah.
if you're married, that woman has already opened herself up to you.
Yeah.
She started a life with you.
Yeah.
You, as a man, have to rekindle that and build into that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the woman has to be open and willing to accept it and willing to release her resentment towards you.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a building thing, but you guys need to build together.
Yep.
We only got one life to build.
That's right.
And I told this to my wife, and I truly, truly, truly mean it. I don't believe in divorce. I don't. There's only a handful of times where I'm like, all right, that's
acceptable.
like abuse, physical, mental abuse. I get it. That is something that mental abuse, depending on the severity, it might be able to be counseled or talked away, and things could change. Physical abuse will never change. If your
Mhm.
man is hitting you, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. That will never stop.
Yeah.
Period. It will never fucking stop. It might stop for a month. He's gonna hit you again.
Mm-hmm.
It might stop for a year. He's gonna hit you again. Eventually, those turn into murders.
Yeah. We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it personally with people we know.
Mm-hmm.
So, physical abuse, divorce. Severe mental abuse, divorce. Harming of your children, divorce.
Yes.
Pedophilia, like on fucking nasty shit, divorce. Everything else, you can work through that.
Yeah.
You can work through your finances.
Right.
You can work through your struggles, your problems, your fears, your angers, your regrets, your past, your present, your future. You can work through disputes and arguments and lies and thieving and cheating. You can work through all of that if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, all right.
We have a cameo.
I told my wife, I'm like, we will work through anything together. We can conquer this world
Don't
together.
touch. Don't
And
touch.
she feels the same way.
Yes.
So, all in all, now that we're being interrupted, we have to end this. But, yeah, build on each other. It's 100 and 100 all the time. More sex, more communication, definitely more sex. If you're not having sex every day, what the fuck are you even doing?
Or every other day.
Or at least minimum every other day. Like, this is us together for the rest of our lives, so let's enjoy each other.
Yes.
Because right now we're in our prime. In
And
like
I'm
30,
gonna say
40
this-
years, my dick's not going to work.
Okay.
So-
And before I'm only gonna say this so I don't get too embarrassed, but don't be afraid to explore.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to explore. That's enough of that. Nope.
Expanding on that, we don't do the lifestyle. Like, you
If
made it
that's what
sound
they
like,
call it.
yeah.
I'm not
We know
saying with
certain
other people.
Yeah, we know some people that are in the lifestyle, as they call it, and they do swinging. We don't do that.
No.
Never, ever will I ever
I'm
show.
not saying explore that way.
Right.
Only with each other.
Explore with each other sexually. It makes it more fun.
If that's what you do, do you.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that's what
Yeah.
we do.
That's not what we do. We just explore with each other.
Yes.
And why not? Because we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. So let's have fun while we're young and we're able to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, all right. I love you too, baby. All right. See you guys later.